In EcoDesign app, we need to first create a project, and we have either small projects like garden projects or bigger projects like Eco Park, Eco Farm, sustainable agriculture projects. We click on create bigger project. Here we can select the location by zooming in, putting a pin, or we just insert latitude and longitude coordinates, search, make certain it's the correct location, and then we continue to project creation. Here you will notice that we have 8 steps, 8 forms to fill in. The first one is the project basics. So here we input project name, project owner. We have different scales we can choose from. Primary goals. Currently we're in research phase. Project location has automatically come from the map. Design preferences, design goals. The more and precise information we provide, the better output we're going to receive from AI agents. So we are careful. Any place, any field that we don't have information on, we can skip. And then let's continue to the next one. For climate data, you can use a website like AccuWeather, Meteo Blue. Get the data from there and input here. And also in research section of our app, we can analyze and research the project site location for its climate data records with deep research by Perplexity AI. So any data you are not comfortable with, leave empty here, and then you can come back, edit with the new information you obtain from there. Under soil characteristics, we have 2 data types that we can fill in. Default one is laboratory analysis. This is the preferred option. You take soil samples from your site from different depth ranges. 0-30, the topsoil where annual plants like veggies grow. 30-60, where shrubs, vines grow. 60-90 and deeper are where the tree roots reach. So we can take samples at different ranges, and the data pertaining to those samples will be input here. Or you're just visiting a site, you do some simple tests, and then you insert those values here. For our project, we're going to insert lab analyses, 0-30 soil sample depth. We have 7.7 soil pH, close to alkali. Organic matter 1.5, not much. Soil composition. Nitrogen, most lab tests do not give this because it's very volatile, changes quickly. But the other values, we choose from very little to very high instead of using units. It's more universal this way to input the data. Any nutrients you do not have, leave them empty. And then save sample analysis. Once you're done, you can continue inputting for different soil ranges, soil depth ranges. So here we input for another sample depth range, 60-90 centimeters. Soil pH has dropped a little, organic matter has dropped, composition has changed. Let's save this one as well. And we continue on to the next water resources. So here currently we have municipal rainwater supply. Our water availability, I input scarce. If you have any observed water quality, you can input here, otherwise leave empty. No existing water storage. Water table information is important, especially for planting trees. In dry season, we do not have any water beneath the soil, but in wet season, the water table beneath the soil might rise up. We input 20 meters here. We plan rainwater harvesting, drip irrigation, gray water, recycling, mulching, so we chose these. If there's any existing irrigation system, input the data here. Then we come to certain challenges. What are our goals? If you have any additional observations, input here, otherwise leave empty and continue. Under hydrological patterns, input any data that is relevant for your site. Primary drainage features, we do not have anything specific to our site yet here. Flood frequency, we do not get any flooding, so we'll put none. Surface runoff intensity, primary water flow direction from north to south. Water availability, highly variable, we pick for this location. If you have observed erosion, you can input here, and the areas most affected by erosion. Any water management features you have, you can select here. What do you plan? We plan to do terracing, swales, and rain gardens here. And any other information, if you need to input, you can continue. Press continue button for next section. Under topography and landforms, we input site elevation data first. We have gentle slopes, slope aspect. Select landform characteristics for the site. Any additional landform features you can select here. Certain considerations to select. Certain opportunities to select. And any additional info that you have, input, then continue. Under existing vegetation species, we input first overall vegetation cover percentage of the site. We have about 230 well-established olive trees, and then we estimate that it covers 25% of the site. This is an agricultural cultivated area. We input information on local native endemic species, invasive, non-invasive species. Now, initially, you might not have this information. In projects, under research area, we can do deep research on the species, the diversity of that region. So once you do that research, you can input that data here later on. I'm going to show how this is done in the app. Vegetation, zone, and diversity data, you pick up relevant ones. Rare, non-notable species. Any information that you have, input, otherwise leave empty. Continue. So last form we're going to fill in is expertise and resources. So the project coordinator, owner, technical proficiency level, need of guidance. If you have any areas of expertise, you can input here. If you have experiences, you can input here, otherwise leave empty. Collaboration, project challenges. Any important data, you can input here, otherwise leave empty. Then we click on Create Project. So under My Projects, now we see the project, and then we can start researching or changing the settings by clicking on Settings. So all the data we had input previously, we see here. We can edit and update.